Hello and welcome to Just Pauses. Dealing with people is so very confusing at times, isn't it? Actually, most of the times. To trust them or not, to share how much, to expect how much, to be attached or to be aloof, and how to stay detached. And then, of course, the perennial and most important question, particularly if one or two experiences with a particular person have not been too pleasant, is it really worth it? Have you too felt this sense of heaviness, disappointment while dealing with folks? I know most people are interesting, but intriguing, nice, but weird too. Sometimes so full of care and concern, very considerate and warm, and at other times so self centered and cold, hurting and disappointing. Yes, people can drive us crazy with the contradictions in their traits and conduct. Once, one of our neighbors seemed very sweet and warm and very caring initially. We became good friends, and then the first twist came. All of a sudden, she just stopped all communication and behaved as if she did not know me. I tried in vain to find out if all was well with her, but she just withdrew and vanished. I decided to respect her wish and stayed away. After a few days, the charming ways resurfaced, the calls and the visits resumed as if there was nothing amiss. And after 2 to 3 months, the thoughtless and cold ways returned once again. Over the past 3 years, the contrast in her demeanor had left us astounded. I was perplexed for long how to not get affected by her aloofness, how to stay distant even when she resumes her friendliness, what to do, how to manage it. Finally, after much thought, I invented a test to make things easy for myself. A little similar to the Be Glad game I have spoken about in one of the earlier episodes. After all, there are so many difficult folks in our lives who cannot be just shrugged off, who shall regularly come in front of us, who will be always just there. They cannot be wished away. So here is this test. At least for the time being, it seems to be working for me. It is a one good memory versus few bad memories test. Whenever I'm in a quandary with respect to someone who is hurting, doubtful whether to sever ties or to hold on and give chances, I ask myself, is there even one good instance I can recollect when that person had cared, had been thoughtful, or had shown generosity of character and heart? If yes, I decide to hold on to that one pleasant memory. About the possibility of forgiving or shrugging off, I don't know. But yes, I decided to not allow the other memories of negative episodes to overwhelm the one or few pleasant memories. So I've decided to try to keep that one good memory afloat and hold on to it whenever I'm in a doubt regarding a person. However, if the person's hurtful actions are overwhelming and unstoppable, then it is best to withdraw completely, I guess. What do you say? Of course, if such a person is facing traumatic times himself or herself, then concessions can be given. This is just a filter to aid us in resolving our dilemmas, which can sometimes be very painful. So, are you ready? Close your eyes and think of one person who makes you feel uneasy. Rake through your memory store and see if one good memory tumbles down of that person. If yes, give the memory of that episode a prominent place in your conscious mind. The next time you feel heartburn looking at or dealing with that person, evoke that good memory and cling to it. All those whom we find rude or stingy or irritating or moody or even cruel or unbearable at some point were perhaps kind to you, or had cared that one time when you needed, or had stood by you, or had helped financially, or had not spoken ill of you. Well, keep that one good memory paramount in your heart. It shall help us safeguard our physical and mental health which ought to be our priority. Let's go for it. Once there was a monk whose heart was filled with hatred towards another fellow monk. He had once been betrayed by him. Feeling tired by the weight of all the negative thoughts, replaying the betrayal and nursing intense resentment, he went to his master and sought relief. The master listened to him patiently and asked, "In all the years you know this person, has he been entirely evil from the moment he wakes up to the moment he sleeps?" The monk hesitated and replied, "No, master." "Well, tell me," the master said, "if you can recollect one moment, just one, when he was kind." The monk thought deeply. He recollected a time, years ago, before the betrayal, when this monk had quietly covered him with a blanket when he had fallen asleep in the meditation hall, thus ensuring that he did not catch a cold. It was a small act which he had almost forgotten. He narrated the incident to his master. The master nodded. "Take that one memory," he instructed, "and whenever the hatred you have arises, hold on to this one memory fiercely, as you would cling to a tree if you were hanging from a cliff. This will not make you friendly with him, but it shall free you from the poison of negativity that festers inside you." The monk realized that he had been carrying a heavy rock inside him and only focusing on its weight, forgetting that the person who threw it was also just another human being weighed down by the sufferings of his own life. Do take a pause here. But hey, wait a minute. Do the people in your life have at least one good memory which your behavior has planted in their hearts? Now take a pause. Thank you.